So, folks, we are talking to Dan Wilson, who ran for sheriff of my North Idaho County last year, a man who believes in true constitutional law enforcement. He's back for another run in 2028. And as I said, you have been keeping pretty good contact in terms of who's who in the Kootenai Zoo, to include Sheriff Bob Norris and other individuals. I happened to catch a little bit of your show yesterday, and it seems to me as though you were indicating something similar to, there's more going on. So maybe you can give us an update as to what's happening in terms of local politics, local law enforcement. Because if it's happening here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's happening where you are too. That's the point of the show tonight, sir.
Kootenai County is a unique, special place. And for decades, as I was growing up, it was a sleepy little county where the majority of the citizens were in agriculture. They were logging, miners, tradesmen. They went to the big city of Spokane, just 20 miles to the west, for shopping, entertainment, and medical. And then they retired back to the county of Kootenai to live. And it was a great place. But that great place was discovered back in the 90s by people from outside of the area. Property was cheap. And so it became either secondary homes for folks from the South, or it became their primary homes, and they were fleeing oppression. Now, fast forward about 20 years, right around 2020, this area became exceptionally lucrative to those that were fleeing from those California with a K states, and those states like Washington and Oregon and even some from the East Coast that said, we're done with the tyranny and we want to go towards where freedom is. The only problem is that we've had such an influx. Now, I'm a kid that's been here my entire life in the region, right? I grew up right here. But over the past, decade, we've had so many folks settling up here that didn't have any real history, that when representatives run for local offices, nobody really knows who they are. And the people that are voting for them are new here. And so my belief is that what we have seen is, in essence, a takeover of local politics, political office, by folks that are not originally from here. And many of them, while they do love liberty, especially after what they witnessed during the 2020 COVID lockdowns and the summer of love and the Portland siege, they come up here and they think they're conservative, but they don't have a real foundation into the founders and the history of this country. And unfortunately, they don't do a good job at vetting who it is that's representing them. As you alluded to earlier, in the state of Idaho, we are ultra red by the numbers. When you look at who is representing us in the House, in the Senate, and of course in the governor's mansion, it's all red. However, the voting history of the state legislature and the immoral acts, my belief, that the governor took during COVID lockdowns would say that we are anything but a true conservative state. And I'm looking right now what's going on in the state legislature and some of the stupid bills, in my opinion, that they are promoting and pushing, introducing, rather than going towards those things that liberty-minded people, the protections that we need first and foremost, they don't seem to be pushing those as hard. So back to what's going on in Kootenai County. I believe that what I have witnessed over the past year and a half, and all the folks that I've come into contact with, and things that have been told to me by representatives and other elected officials, I'm led to believe that during the Obama years, Homeland Security decided to put its presence up in Kootenai County to kind of make certain that we all behaved, that they could control the right wing up here in Kootenai County. And I believe that a lot of our power players here in Kootenai County have ties to Homeland Security. Now, I'm hoping that with Chrissy Noman here and with Trump and all the exposure that's taking place, that some of these people are going to be looking for new jobs. But I don't believe that we are as conservative up here as what people would tend to think.
Well, I know for a fact that there